Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm in another state. So hello. How are y'all?
Eh, eh,
Eh,
eh.
eh.
I mean,
I
we're
am
all
I
in
am
other
six
states.
I am 6 hours from my Lego room, so I'm just here. So
So you have
hello
like
everybody.
you have two articles of Lego in your life, huh?
I do I this is my new friend. This is Orange. He came down with me from Georgia, so he's hanging out with me. I do have some Lego here. I bought a bunch of CMFs and everything. So I've hit the CMF thing here and found the Friends Space Base for $40. So I have it sitting over there on a little table where I built it. So, but that's pretty much my only brick that's here. But I have done pretty well collecting a little army of um, the Ice Planet figures and the Mtron figures. So done pretty good. He does not need blue hands. He has the perfect hands, the same that match his uniform. Thank you very much. So don't need that.
Mhm.
Meredith, you're supposed to be in the show anyway. We're supposed to be talking to Meredith. But hello, everybody. Good to have you here. Hope you're building with some Lego because the before conversation was pretty much Jeff is the only one that is building with Lego right now. They orange hands, orange space. Yeah. No blue hands. No blue hands. Although I bet we've challenged Dana to put pink hands on the orange spaceman. Just to mix it up there. So
What if you could do that with some bleach?
you could do that with that. Understand that, Meredith. I get you. I get you. So anyway, come on in, Moto. That will be fine. But so I am in an apartment here on campus where I'm working, and I'm here temporarily till we sell our house and move the Lego down here and find a house. And so that's why I hadn't been able to be on kind of in this season of moving and everything. And the internet here in this little apartment is not great. So if all of a sudden I go all moto static or something like that, that's just is what happened. But anyway, so I'm now on the South Carolina coast, moving down here over the next couple of months. So hopefully, let's see, it won't be well this weekend. I'm also, just for people who are listening, I'm actually going to downsize some old unsorted bulk this weekend. So if you want to drop by the house, I got some sealed sets and I've got some old bench scrape Lego. So you might find some treasures in there
That's busy.
to sell. So yeah, you need to come on down, man. You get your car right now, you can make it.
Ugh. It's like a 16-hour drive.
If you cared enough, you could start walking right now and you'd make it Friday. I mean, you could do it. You do it. Jeff might have to drive, but
Yeah,
anyway.
still a little far
Bruce back.
for table scraps.
Gus, what's up, man? Yeah, lots of bench scrape, lots of everything. So it'd be a pretty good dig if you want to come dig around, or just hang out Saturday. House will be open from 10 to 3, and then I've got to take off and get back down here. So
Sounds like it's an open house from 10 to 3. He just wants you to come and buy the place.
well, no, somebody's already done that. So
that's good.
You can have fresh chocolate chip cookies. I might make it then.
Yes, we can have fresh chocolate chip cookies. Jeff, I guess I didn't know. All right, so we sold the house, got an offer within 2 days, and sold the house within a week. Got all our inspections and all that kind of stuff, and everything is approved. So we're cruising to June the 7th to sign the papers. The house is pretty much sold. If they pull out now, they owe us money, kind of thing. So anyway, and so yeah, so the house is sold. We're in the process of moving. I've got a mover booked and all that kind of jazz. So that's all processing nicely, as far as I know, as long as I'm not being scammed. That I got scammed by some fake mover company and they're just going to pick my stuff up and steal it. So
Do they have a Nigerian address?
no, we're going to probably store store our stuff for the free month. They'll let us store it. But if you'd like to send me a letter, send it to 48 Meeting Street, Charleston, South Carolina. That'll get a letter to me if you'd love to. If you'd love to connect by the snail mail. So, but anyway, all right. Everybody doing all right this evening? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like I haven't done this in a month. So
I don't think
anyway,
you have done it in a month.
probably haven't.
Pretty much.
Let's start with Jeff, since he's the actual one who is building with Lego. What are you building with Lego today, sir?
I'm gonna give shaky cam for a minute.
Whoa,
basically-
whoa.
Working on my castle. It's in 3 pieces. One's back here. That's another one. That's another one. So the exterior of the castle is just going to be kind of a, the standard castle towers that I've been doing. I'm rebuilding my keep because my keep was built in 2 weeks and I didn't like it. So I'm spending the time now. And as you can see, there's lots of wedge plates, wing plates in here. I ordered 50 of each just last week. And you can see the big bag of 500 plus A-frame parts back here that I'm going to be using a lot of. But just basically trying to figure out the math of stuff. And right now, this castle wall, as you can see, is nice and wobbly. It's attached here and at the bottom. And that's the only place that I can lock it in anywhere on this thing because I can't do it on these guys because the spacing isn't right. It's not properly aligned. So I'm trying to build like the keep and a raised platform over here for the king to be at type thing, or for the dinner. But I'm playing with it, trying to figure out how to do it and stuff. So I've been working on that. But as for the rest of my week, I had a cold most of last week. And I spent most of the time not doing much Lego wise, other than through a boring meeting. I did a little bit of the work on the castle. But I don't know if you can notice, but my wall is a little different. I actually did go to IKEA a couple of weeks ago and pick up the replacement shelving to go for the narrower shelving unit. So basically from here all the way down is now all the same size shelving. So I find it looks a little nicer. You can see there's a little area of white down here, which I have to put some more mats down just to fill that in. That was the difference in the shelf widths. So I basically took apart my older, wider Ivar shelves, moved them into my back room, then put these guys in, took some shelving from my back room, moved it in here because I'm buying a new printer, and I'm buying a laser printer, which takes up a little more space than one of those DeskJet ones, or the inkjet style. So I needed a bigger platform to put those on. But yeah, so I've been doing that. That was most of my weekend organizing, hence the hammers and mallet sitting over here because I was taking things apart. Then I'm mostly back together. Still got a few things I need to clean up and stuff. I did find an old calendar. If anybody really wants an old 2021 Star Wars calendar, I found that buried in a pile of crap.
Smells good though.
Sorry?
Smells good though.
I didn't smell it. I have a cold. But I mean, it's one of those cool art of Star Wars type calendars.
I mean, you found it in a pile of crap.
Oh yes. Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
I've lost it everywhere.
When you have to
If
explain
I said
a
that
you
joke
know it
was
not funny.
If I said it was corny, that would be funny. In a pile of crap.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But like I said, a little slow. But wait, that's a normal thing though, I guess.
Well, if you don't have enough fiber, it is. But
yeah, well, sure. I also this wall here, this rack here used to end about this height, so I put a larger one in there just so I could continue my shelves on the top and have displays all the way across. So I've got a spot here for the Orange Space guy, which Matt has managed to pick up for us. He's got 3 of them to ship to Canada. One for me and the 2 Daves for our chat. So he said he's going to ship those when he gets back from his trip. So, and my biggest worry right now is that these cars are going to roll off of here if the room shakes at all, or if I hit the wall. So I got to figure that out because they're basically sitting right on the edge. The wheels maybe have like an inch space between the wheel and the edge. So I'm thinking of figuring out if I should put some base plates down with like a little stopper or something just to keep them in place. But
what you need to get those little 1x1 tent shaped to make them like wheel chucks and put.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, something like that. Or, I mean, easiest way to do it would just be to get a little piece of metal, like just a thin little metal pipe or something like that, and just lay it on there. If I don't want to use Lego, just because I don't want to put base plates down to waste them, right? But anyway, so far they're staying. There was apparently a small earthquake recorded, say about 2 hours away from me earlier today. We heard. So they didn't fall off. So I guess it wasn't powerful enough. I didn't feel anything. I just heard through the news that there was a small one in Burlington, Ontario. So, but yeah. So I think that's about it. I don't know if I've done anything else.
Cool. Well, I have, by the way, understood that this building, this house that I've in, has been here through at least one hurricane or 2 or 3 hurricanes and an earthquake in Charleston. I mean, literally, this house I'm sitting in is built in the late 1800s or early whatever. So it has survived a little bit. So the thunderstorm that rolled through, I'm like, no problem. We're good. Yeah, Orange Space Guy. He's quite nice.
Mhm.
So he can. Anyway, do we think they're? Do you know? These were like almost twice the price of the original, or weren't the first one's 15, and these were, I think I paid 25 for this guy, or am I wrong? For the stuffed space guys.
Have they inflated? Are they a little bigger?
No,
Inflation? No?
I am, but not them.
Yeah, I think they were 15 originally. I got my 4 for like $80 US when I went to Brick Cascades. I think someone was selling them. I walked right in the room at the yard sale, saw them, and said, "How much?"
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I think I talked them down $5 just because, hey, Moto.
Moto.
Hello, Moto.
Hello.
Keep going, V-Dub.
Oh no, I was just saying I picked it up at Bricks Cascade and basically handed them my money. I think I talked him down like $5 just because I had like literally 80 American on me and he wanted 85. But I was happy to pick them up, and then I had to shove them into my suitcase. Thankfully, they're plushies. I was able to get them in because I still had a mock in my suitcase as well. I think I actually took one on the plane with me in my ARP. But anyway, I'm done.
Cool deal. All right. Steve has finished his creation, I do believe, behind him. Steve, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm very close. I'm putzing around with the last rooftop. So I want to do dark gray to tile it off. And I've got this one and I've got these, and that's about it. So trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. Other than that, I haven't really been in the Lego room since last Monday. My parents came over and they wanted to see what I was building, so I showed them what I was doing. But other than that, I really haven't been in here. Trying to I come in here a little bit just to stare at my mock a little bit and maybe clean up a little. I'd like to get this room nice again because it's just in a state of building and cleaning and building and cleaning, and you know how that gets. It just becomes chaotic. That's about it. I saw a good movie this weekend called Champions. I don't know if you guys have Prime, but it's a good movie. I'd recommend it. It's got Woody Harrelson in it. He's a professional basketball coach who gets in trouble, and he has to do community service and coach some kids with intellectual disabilities. So that was a pretty good movie. But I don't know.
It almost sounded like Hoosiers until the disabilities part. So,
yeah, anyway. But Woody Harrelson's one of those actors where I can't really get into his character. I just think that's Woody Harrelson the entire movie. So I don't know. You know what I mean? There's those actors where you're that's Woody Harrelson. That's I don't really get into the character of that's Sweeney Todd or whatever. So anyway, I don't know why I said Sweeney Todd, but
it's Freudian slip probably. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm the same way. Okay, so when he was in Star Wars, I'm like, he's all being the bad guy and the guy, and I'm like, no, that's just that's just Woody from Cheers. I mean,
Yep.
that's the guy at the bar at Cheers, and it's never not that guy, right? So,
Yep.
Hey, roll to the side. Let us just take in the mock in all of its glory.
I do have a pigeon coop. Pigeon coop's
Holy
right
cow.
there.
Oh, nice.
If I could get on my phone, I could give you guys like more of a tour, but can't really. So
Incredible, super incredible.
I got pics on Instagram. It's about the best I can do. So
Tell them where they can find you on the Instagrams.
you can find it in the orange bubble in the corner there. That's my handle. So
Oh. You got
What's
to point
my
the other
name?
way. You got to point over here.
over here
There you go. Bingo.
There you go.
Sorry.
Good job.
in one of these corners.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And speaking of, your dad came to your basement, saw your Lego, and since you have 1984, did he quote from the Twisted Sister video of the time? What do you want to do with your life? Did he give you that speech, or was he kind of cool with it?
No, he's just he didn't say a whole lot. So he could have been like silently judging me or blown away. And I'm gonna probably say is silently judging.
Okay. But
I know
fine.
my mom comes up to like right about here. Like she's just smaller than that building. She's tiny. I want to take a picture and document it, but I make fun of her height all the time. So it was Mother's Day. I'm like, we'll let it go. Free pass. So
Hey, Mom, stand up. Oh, you are. You know,
no,
yeah.
seriously, stand up. Baller.
Okay, there he is. Well, here's a question. Minifig Collector asked, "What color Spaceman plush would you want them to do?" They can name it black. I mean, I would love the black Spaceman to be made in plush.
We don't
What
have
about
yellow
y'all?
either, though, too, right?
Naked Spaceman. Yeah, we don't have naked Spaceman.
Yeah. And that's probably why we don't have yellow, because of people like you say naked spaceman.
But he is. I mean, you can't. He's flesh colored Spaceman. He's
It's clear.
right.
You're in a clear suit.
Right. So I guess maybe, I don't know if you guys discussed it on a previous show that I was not on. We get the vote soon on the Classic Space color coming up. I would either dark red or dark blue would be my druthers. What do you guys say?
So I thought they were. Are they not going to choose what colors it is and give us the chance to vote for one of those colors? Like, have they said what colors it will be?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
if you could just pick.
Oh, if I could just pick.
And then you also have to choose a new castle faction along with the space. Yeah.
I really hope we get to name the castle faction, because that would be hilarious. Castle McCastleface or something like that would be the new faction or something like that.
I wouldn't mind if there was a magenta or a teal spaceman.
Mark says dark green, or is that olive? Is that
This is dark turquoise.
Or dark turquoise.
Spaceman?
Sorry, I call dark turquoise teal.
I think I would go with glow in the dark or trans neon green.
Mhm.
That'd be the way to go.
Oh, okay. A neon colored spaceman, that would be cool.
Well, yeah,
about you,
because then it would
Jeff?
be it would be like the space guy, but it's Blacktron, so he got bitten by the Fleabnork and infected. You could do a lot with that.
A lot of weaving there. I was impressed.
I'm looking at my figs because I have a few custom color ones that I just stuck stickers on. But bright green, dark gray, either of those would be kind of cool. But yeah, dark blue and dark red, dark tan actually. I would take dark tan.
That's
I
interesting.
think that would look cool.
That's a
Although
crazy
the planet might not show up that easy.
Yeah, they may feel a little militaristic too, so they might not want to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they made those Buzz Lightyear figures in dark tan, so
True.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, Moto, it's been a minute. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. I have some space stuff. I have a mock that's in progress, but it's in the other room because I can't fit it on my table. I could go get it if you want.
We
Other
want.
than that, I can put the spaceship together here. But I'll get the manual first. You guys probably know more about this one than I do, but
The UFO.
yeah, it's a UFO, a crazy UFO.
It almost looks
Have
like
you
a
tested
vertebrae.
have you
But
tested
everything
the motor
works.
to see if it works? Because it's kind of a mystery if it will or not.
Yeah, everything works.
Yeah, the little micro motor that's in that is fairly sought after among Lego peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they
I'm
can
trying
just
to-
break and it's done when it does. Yes.
Oh, it's humming. Oh,
Yeah, it
oh,
is
it's-
Schrodinger's micromotor. That is exactly right. Sometimes you get that motor and it's hosed and it never won't work again. It's because of the age and you can't fix it.
No, that's
So
one of the reasons
one
of the reasons I bought it was because of fiber optics. The motor works, all the magnets are intact, the whole thing's complete, and it's pristine.
nice.
Yeah, whoever had that took really good care of it. Yeah, why don't you talk some us yourselves? It'll just take me a minute to go get the mock, and then I can.
I'll give you a
Show you what I'm working
topic.
Yeah.
The 100 Years' War was neither
Oh.
100 years nor a war. Discuss.
Discuss. Oh,
We'll just check in on Sandlin while he's gone. We'll give him a minute. How are you, sir?
I am okay. I have not been to this Lego room since last week's Messy Monday.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm kind of not really building any projects or anything right now, and I'm not buying any Lego because we're going to Legoland in 3 weeks.
Nice.
So, got to save the little pennies for our trip. We're going to go visit Rye, and he said he would take us to see the model shop, though, so that'll be really cool.
And I do believe it's Ryan's birthday today. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. So, a happy birthday wishes to our friend Ryan out there in the
Legoverse.
the Lego verse. Yes, out in the Lego verse somewhere. He's probably dealing with his many childrens and his dog right now. So, but yeah, I don't really have much Lego news. I still have my Batmobile still sitting on my desk here where it was last week when we did Messy Monday last week. So,
What'd you think of that Batmobile, by the way?
I like it. I think it looks good. Especially because Dana showed me the one that came with the UCS Batmobile, and it actually looks kind of crappy compared to this one. So, but I like the fins. I thought they did a nice job of brick shaping the fins on this one. Looks nice.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
And it's got the little flip up machine guns. On it.
Pew,
nice.
pew, pew.
It did have a a gear knob thingy on the side of it, but I took the knob off because you can just push these up from below like that. So
Yeah.
That's smart.
Is someone riding a submarine or flying a submarine?
no, that is my message notification thing that doesn't like to mute, and Small Paul is blowing up my phone right now, sending me messages. So.
B5 miss.
Yes, I realized I said flying a submarine. My apologies.
Yeah, he waited until exactly right now when I was talking to start sending me messages. When I
He's probably watching somewhere.
No, he's not. He does not get access to YouTube.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, there we go.
You're one of those dads.
Yeah, well, I've had to play YouTube whack-a-mole with every electronic device in this house because, like, he misuses his privileges to watch YouTube, and then he gets grounded from it, and then he goes and downloads it on something else and watches it when he's not supposed to, and he gets grounded from that, and just repeat. So he's now banned from using YouTube at all on anything.
Nice.
Got a little hacker.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah, it's not so much hacking as it is like he downloaded it on his Nintendo Switch, and I didn't even know they had YouTube on the Switch. I was like, what? Go and block the Nintendo Switch store. just altogether, just like fine, no more access to that.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
Next
easier
thing
to
you
just,
know, he's going to have your old Casio camera and somehow have it hacked in
Yeah.
and a little screen on the back watching YouTube on
Got
the back.
YouTube on a Polaroid. What the?
He's gonna have YouTube on a G-Shock watch from the 90s.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's just like he'll just sit and do nothing but watch YouTube for hours and hours and hours and hours, and that's why it has to be like cut
Yeah,
off, because it's like
yeah. Take
You
away his
realize
treatment planner.
you realize that people are watching us on YouTube right now,
Mm-hmm.
and they may have been watching for hours and hours and hours.
They can make it 30 more minutes.
That's right. We have
And
34 minutes to go. So
Yeah.
And then you're all grounded.
that's right.
that's right. Clean your room.
Shouldn't watch YouTube, guys.
All right, Moto is back. Hello, Moto. Good
Hello.
gravy. Look at that thing.
Work in progress, so be kind.
Oh my.
Yes, we're going to tell you that sucks. I mean,
That's a
come on.
spaceship.
No, I've been working on this since late February, I think.
Wow.
And
I saw you post. Sorry, I saw you post the eye picture on Instagram yesterday or today, and I thought it was just your cat head eye.
it
No,
is.
bigger.
It's a new cat head eye.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I thought it was the other one, sir. Mouse.
the one over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
That's
can
awesome,
finally
dude.
put this on. I can wear it. I'm starting to work on the mane. The mane is just beginning, but I managed to get the head and stuff. Let me put this pillow down. I can properly show it off here.
Boggles my mind.
Oh, come on.
I thought the pillow was part of the mock. That's amazing.
It is.
There's
Yeah.
a price tag on it. You bought it.
Yeah, so because so this one's codenamed Dandelion. So like there's only 20 white lions left in South Africa and the entire world in the wild.
Wow.
So that's my conservation tag on the ear.
Ah,
Mm,
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
it almost looks
Right.
alive.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do is get this one's kind of like a super upgraded, more realistic version of Meows a Lot for this year. I wanted to go back and see. Go ahead.
Are those just all dishes in the eyes?
Yeah, so I have a template over here.
Is anybody else saying don't moto?
Yeah,
I mean,
dropping.
there's a battle in my soul whether I want him to pull a moto with that or not, because it would be devastating yet fascinating
fantastically
and
awesome.
entertaining to see it go kerplunk. So
Yeah, this one isn't exactly the same, but this is a great effect if you want to make realistic eyes, where you stack the dishes, and because they're concave, they look like the real iris in the way the reflections go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just use the floor slider piece to get the convex pupil to get the proper specular highlight to bounce off.
Nice. I never heard anyone call it the floor slider piece. I might have to start
Oh.
using it.
I don't know what else to call it. What would you call that thing? The thing that slides on the floors, I don't know.
Yeah.
it is technically a boat shoe, I think. Isn't that the Lego part name or something like
boat?
that?
Boat
Boat
shoe.
stud?
Okay.
Boat,
A
yeah.
boot. We'll do Canadian versions. A boot shoe.
Boot.
Yeah.
Boot shoe. But yeah, and then I put a little trans neon green in the real eye underneath, so it has a little bit of fluorescent for the lights out time if I'm going to wear it, to give that little bit of green kick and glow to a cat's eye. But yeah, tigers have round pupils, so that's why I didn't need to do the little dish thing that I've done before, like on some of those guys over there.
Futile. I think that's it. Yeah.
Futile.
I
Okay.
like the name you came up with. I'm gonna have to start using that.
Floor slider.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call. We have to make up names. That's the
I
problem.
think you put on the
I used
bottom
to
of your
call it
slide.
I used to call it the boat stud.
Wait, that's a new move. The next Jedi show, they're going to use the force slider.
Force slider. That's what I do. I force
Isn't that
slide
just
in.
like the food at like Mos Eisley Cantina? I'll have the floor sliders. sliders.
with cheese, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, double royale floor slider with cheese. And some blue milk.
Yes.
Did anybody get the blue milk? I didn't get any blue milk. Did anybody get blue milk?
No,
No.
not me.
When were we supposed to get blue milk?
They were supposedly around the mid-April to, the 4th of May that one milk company actually had blue milk in the stores. So
Really? I didn't even
Yeah.
hear that.
I did not get any.
Not as dialed in as I thought I was.
Cosbricks got blue milk. How was the blue
It's
milk?
good for you.
Good job, Cos. Actually, I'm more curious not what the blue milk tasted like. I want to know what the blue milk did the next day. You know what I'm saying? With that much
Yes.
dye going in, what happened?
Yes.
It turned the Chicago River green. It was like St. Patrick's Day, only in May.
Yeah, because it started out yellow.
Mm,
Yellow and blue make green.
Bingo.
right.
Someone knows their color theory. I'm glad you got it.
That's also the commercial for Ziploc bags. So,
As long as the blue milk didn't taste like, I'd be worried that I'd have a toothpaste taste to it. It'd be really weird.
I guess it's
that would be-
raspberry. I don't know. That's
I'm
kind of
sure
gross.
it's just normal milk with dye in it. It probably just tastes. It's just milk.
Yeah. I guess. I haven't been to I never haven't been to Disney to do the Star Wars
Galaxy's
experience
Edge.
there. So yeah, Galaxy's Edge. So blue milk is also a drink you can get there, and I hear people say it's good, but I don't know what it tastes like either. So
From what I've heard, it's not really like milk. It's more like a fruity drink that, at least there it is. The Disney blue milk is sort of some kind of tropical fruity flavored
Yeah,
something.
that's what I would do is fruit it up with some almond milk or some soy milk, just so they don't have to worry about lactose or any of those allergy things. Anybody could drink it. So that's what I would do. So if I was going to science the food like a food scientist, might be the way to solve it. Don't know. Probably is more like a smoothie, huh?
It's like melted mint ice cream or something.
I mean, I don't know what the Disney thing is made out of. I don't think there's any milk in it, though. I think it's just, it's blue,
like
but
a
it tastes
McDonald's milkshake.
Sorry, milkshake.
Yeah.
It's a shake. If you notice, McDonald's calls it a shake and not a milkshake.
Yeah, I asked Small Paul if he wanted to go to Galaxy's Edge, and he was like, "Nah, he wants to go to Universal instead."
Oh wow.
Okay, can I tell you something? You need to take YouTube away for the rest of his life because of that.
No, my
Well,
my
let me ask
son.
you this: when was the last good Star Wars movie?
Solo?
It's Millennium
Or not
Falcon.
Solo.
Solo wasn't great.
No, I
Rogue
mean,
One was awesome.
The other one.
Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue
Rogue
One.
One.
Yeah, and that came out how long ago?
Actually, it was probably The Creator. That was the best Star Wars movie I've seen from last year.
The Crater?
But
The Creator.
anyway, the roundabout point that I was making is that kids
Yeah.
these days, there's so much other stuff, and like for Small Paul, the Marvel universe
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
for him that's like to him what Star Wars was for our generation. It's
Yeah.
like he's all about Marvel stuff, and
Yeah,
Just,
Mr. Meow.
We don't want to ban you, Matt. I guess I'm just gonna say.
The Last Jedi is not that bad.
I mean, technically, a lot of people would say that Force Awakens, because that was out like last week, was the last best Star Wars movie. I'm not one of those people, but I'm saying some people would.
I enjoyed
I-
The Force Awakens. They just
No.
meandered after that without.
So Chris, you'll hate this even more. As I asked Mr. Meow if he wanted to go to Disney and, Galaxy's Edge, all the Marvel stuff, and he said no, he doesn't want to go to Disney at all.
Is
But
he like
he
a
did it for
mouse
good-
hater? He's like, he's taking over.
No, I asked him why. I said, why wouldn't you want to go to Disney? And he said, well, I see all the costumes I need to see when we go to Comic-Con, and then I would rather go experience things in real life in nature rather than seeing someone try to reproduce it for me. So I was like, actually, you're more admirable of a person than I am when I thought through it. Because I'm like, yeah, he'd rather go see California Adventure. You know, he'd rather go see things, I guess, real things like the Grand Canyon or something like that, rather than go to a
It's just
theme
a
park.
big hole.
But
Well,
no, but then again, he said he wanted to go to Legoland though, which is really
I have
bizarre.
to agree with him. The roller coasters in nature are way better.
Well, they are.
yeah, there's a
Kill you.
big difference in Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disney and something else that we can call that outside. So
No, we had a scare. I think it was 2 winter breaks ago, where I had to pin him against the side of a sandstone cliff because he was going down very quickly in a bad way. So he's you know, he likes his nature and he likes his hiking, but yeah, it can get a little dicey at times.
all right,
But
hang on,
I try to get him.
that's cool. By the way, this is breaking news. If you have not got it, your last chance to get the Wonder Woman sets for
Jeez.
Those are they still can't get rid of those, huh?
for 20
I always
for
did-
$29, I'm still not going to pay $29 for this.
Yeah,
Always
27% off ain't it, Amazon, for like how many years old is this set?
I've completely forgot about that set.
Yeah, and no disrespect for how who made the
can I
movies
change-
and what all that kind of stuff.
Can I change my mind? The last great Star Wars movie I saw was Wonder Woman 84.
Huh?
All right. Anniversary cake. What?
Cake, what the heck?
It was a Monkey Kid little bonus set from that only appeared in Asia,
That's
in Asian markets.
that's dumb.
Crazy.
It's like a gift for purchase type thing.
That's crazy. All right. Since
What is happening?
you can look at the little dino here is kind of cool.
Have you guys ever heard of this show? I just heard about it today, basically because of this news. That there's a
What show?
Jurassic Park. There's a Jurassic Park show.
Camp
Baby
Cretaceous.
Sure.
My son watched it for a little while.
Is it a cartoon? I'm assuming.
Like an animated.
Never heard of it.
It's the brand new Land of the Lost. That's what it is. And
Well, no, if it ain't got Slee Stacks, I'm not watching it.
I don't really
Just
care about the
hacker
rest.
stuff.
All right. There's your Stegosaurus.
Oh,
It's not that great. Sorry, my neighbor is vacuuming. If you hear that.
no.
So they've
Simba,
got like
geez.
57 Simba Lion King sets coming out. You've got the UCS version here.
That's a really well done model, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
It is.
What is
'Cause,
his
you know-
tail? Where are those
Right,
pieces on his
excellent.
tail? Oh, there we go.
That's just the plant branches, molded
And
long plant branch.
And that horn piece from the Ninjago sets, I think,
Yeah.
in brown.
Ninjago.
Ninjago.
That is-
what you guys call it.
That is the way he says it.
That's how the
Sale
show
on
says it. That's what the theme song says.
I'm not a big Jonathan Taylor Thomas fan though, so I don't know if I'll get that.
I'm
Aradur.
trying to
It's going
think.
to be interesting.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Waltz
yeah. There's a
Gromit.
little sneak we got on that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we did.
There's more leaks out, but I guess maybe the Brick fan doesn't have them.
No, they don't
Oh.
usually do leaks. What leaks are you talking about? Now I want to know.
The Brick set had more more stuff. I thought, Ninjago. Who cares? Oh, Notre Dame.
Yeah, that one's coming out soon.
Oh, the radio. Did y'all talk about the radio? I don't continue with that. I don't have my ad blocker turned off, so
The
yay.
radio came out on Thursday, I think, so it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
hot.
What do y'all
Looks-
think about the radio here?
It just when I saw it, I thought Michelle Brooks had done a mock. I didn't
Yeah,
realize it was
it
a
looks
set.
like something you'd see on Lego Masters.
Especially if you've been watching Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I haven't watched the last few episodes of Australia.
You
and
haven't?
I
Oh man!
know who won because like the
Yeah.
day after it aired, there was social media posts everywhere,
Yeah.
not from them, but just like I saw it. Like I think the Australian 9 Now station posted it like the day after that the Americans won.
Well-
Oops, I just gave it away.
keep in mind that Australia is like
14
for
hours.
me, it's like 16 hours
Yeah.
in the next
They're
day
ahead.
in the future.
But I'm still
So-
saying that
But for us, yes, it came very quick.
yeah.
But for them, it was a
Uh,
normal timed release.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize, but you can put a smartphone inside the retro radio and it'll play a music track. I think they dedicated to it or something like that.
You just put your phone in with the music. It doesn't tune it or anything.
No.
It doesn't play
I
it
wouldn't
through the
expect
brick.
But it does have a sound break in it to make some
Yeah.
sort of noise. We just don't know what yet.
Yeah,
Jane
it's
did
meant to be one of these bad boys. Remember these transistor radios?
It's like a tricorder.
Well, funny thing, this is what they had for radios back in the day, and so yeah, the tricorder was kind of an homage. But yeah, check that beauty out.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I saw it and
I
I'm
like
like,
that.
yeah, I like the look of it. I probably won't buy it, but I do love it. I like the look of it. It's a really nice looking set.
I think I'd
Trying
like
to find.
the
Go ahead.
retro
No
radio. There was a picture of an actual retro radio in the article with the Lego one, and I think if the Lego one looked more like the other retro one, I'd like it more.
Yeah.
Because the Lego one is sort of, I mean, it looks all right, but it's very just sort of a box.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, if it looked more curvy with the little jet setty whatever, that would be cool. But I like it. All right.
Oh, you guys
What's the
wanted a 60s vintage radio, not a 50s radio then.
For some
You
people-
wanted more of that. You wanted more of that Uber George Jetson spacey styling with the curves and the flowing lines like that.
Do you know what show you're on? Yes.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
I mean,
But I do, since you brought it up, I do want to talk about this because spoiler alert, that if you haven't watched Australia Who Won, and I haven't watched it, but I've
Oh,
seen the
yeah,
winners,
turn it off
but
if you haven't
let's talk
seen.
about this.
Well, I haven't seen
Crushed
the mock. I just heard they won.
Crushed it. V-dub. It's over.
Sorry, man.
It looks beautiful. I won't argue. They win.
They destroyed it.
They destroyed
They
the
Germans.
totally destroyed the finale.
Yeah. Okay. So this is, and the other mocks that I'm trying to look for pictures of that were fantastic, but this is uber life size build. This is a 48-hour build. How in the
No.
world did they get this done?
26. And Brickman didn't think they could do it.
28.
That's what's so unbelievable.
28.
28. Oh, yes, 28.
Yeah,
It's four. Yeah,
28.
it's four more than the 24.
And they have a retro radio right there. Two
And
retro radios.
they got
right
criticized. They got criticized for having movement too. Like,
Well, it was interesting because some of the Australian contestants were talking about this one, and they made a good point. So if they didn't put motion in there, then Brickman probably would have made a comment about motion, but because it had motion in it, at least he could say, well, it wasn't needed to speak to the quality of it. So I think it was good that they made the decision to do it.
What moved?
the music notes on the radio, and then like the
Oh, okay.
bottles of paint went up and down.
Yeah, they went up and down. They didn't motorize the flowers to spin because that would have taken too much time. But overall, this thing, I can tell you after watch, I've seen Michelle. I have kind of seen Crystal Bell, but both of them, I mean, those guys are just beasts when it comes to laying stuff down quickly.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, that's mind-blowingly impressive.
Yeah, they said it was by far the largest finale build they've ever had on the show. It dwarfed all the others that have been done so far.
Yeah,
And then
it's
they are
half a room.
Yeah, it's an actual life-size room, and they are the first women contestants to win a Lego Masters. Female team to win.
It's taller than them too. Wow.
And of course, we kind of like it here in the U.S. because there's always this debate about whose builders are better from which nation. So in the end, they pulled out all the stops and just.
That being said, Germany won almost every other competition.
Oh yeah, they're
happened, so
yeah, they were the Vegas odds. I'd say.
Yeah.
This is like an unseen right hook to the face. It was mind blowing to watch them put this together.
Yeah, this is Michelle's wheelhouse though too, right? Is like the life scale.
Yeah, Michelle is known for her 1-to-1 replicated stuff.
But this wheelhouse is the size of a house. So, I mean,
yeah, and then if you could see the minifigure in the lower left, the idea was that minifigures have individual little stories to keep your attention. Once you realize there's a minifigure in there, you'll start looking for them. So, yeah.
Which is what Brickman's criticism about the movement was.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, the movement kind of gave it away too soon.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They didn't say whether they're keeping these models, but I was thinking that's good because if they do permanently set these up, they have to turn all the lights and power functions off in order to display them.
Well, I also want to say they have a lot of finishing brick that our seasons here don't seem to have. You got those edging bricks there and all that kind of stuff.
They also have more figs in their pit. Yeah, the Australian and the US pits are slightly different. Oh yeah, that's their floating lily pad.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
V-Dub's getting wrecked now because he hasn't seen any of this.
I haven't seen like the last 3 episodes, and I've been holding off because I think the third last episode is Batman related, and my 17-year-old has gotten himself a Batman tattoo, and I mentioned to him, he's like, "Oh, I want to watch that with you." So I've been holding off, and now I don't need to watch it. Thank you guys. No,
I'm sorry, we didn't talk about any of this. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Okay, I'll still watch it. I'm just like,
he wants to give you heck for.
I thought it was funny how the Germans have never heard of Batman. They had no idea who he was. Spoiler alert.
They also didn't know what a Kmart was, though, even though they had been in that store. So,
Yeah.
Well, what was confusing to most U.S. watchers is in Australia, Target and Kmart are reversed compared to our stores. So their Kmarts are like our Targets, and their Targets are like our Kmarts. So if you ever tell them, "Oh, I went to Target to buy a thing," the Australian would be like, "Why would you ever go to a Target?"
I didn't even
I go to Kmart. And then you're like, "Why would you ever go to a Kmart? They're horrible."
I didn't even know Kmart was still a thing in America.
It's kind of not. It's gone.
Coincidentally, Target and Kmart both lived in Canada for a long time. Well, okay, Target not so much, but they've both been gone for some time too. So,
well,
to tell you, Toys R Us in Canada, though, right?
Yeah, of course, we got the good stuff.
TRU.
No.
Except for currency. What?
I'll have to say that I was riding through a suburb of Charleston today, and I saw a Dollar General, and I kind of chuckled to myself because they're everywhere. But it had a fish pond, a nice reflecting pool in front of the Dollar General. I kid you not. Had it not been in traffic, I would have taken a picture of it. They had a decorative pond in front of the Dollar General, so it was a fancier Dollar General than most of the South here in Charleston. So
it was a Looney General.
That's right.
It's twice
like
as much.
In Demolition Man when they're eating steak and stuff at Taco Bell. It's like this classy 5-star restaurant.
Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see if I can find anything more Lego leaks or new sets. I guess Notre Dame. Let me go back to.
Well, we did have a very sad event happen recently in the greater verse of Lego, which is if you didn't know, Brickanista, she's a West Coast builder. Sadly, she passed away recently.
Oh, I
And
don't.
family made it official, and people could talk about it and share their memories of her.
I don't think I knew that. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, Naomi. She was a West Coast person, so I think you guys in the East probably never caught her live streams or anything because the West Coast when they go live at like 7. By your time, you're probably deep in the night. But yeah, she had been around, done a lot of building challenges, things like that.
Hmm.
So if anybody knows Brickanista or Naomi, it's her real first name. Sadly, she's no longer with us.
Oh no. I've heard her name. I believe I followed her. So that's sad. That's super sad.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to most of us. She wanted a very private person and just kind of walked away from her channel a couple months ago. And then, I guess her family had made it official, and only a select few people had known that she was going through the fight.
I hate to hear that. Oh goodness. Well, that's one of the things about being in the Lego world so long is you can start to count up how many people you lose over time. Mark and I have known, and I guess one of the earliest ones I can remember us losing as a fan and a friend was Travis Kuntz. And fortunately, whether people realize it or not, there is a brick that continues to be called the Travis brick in all sorts of circles, the 5-studded brick, and it was named for him. And I'm glad that continues, which as much as we can to remember those in our hobby that have left us to honor them, that's important to do. So I'm sorry to hear about that.
I did not know that.
That's all right.
I call it a Travis brick. I had no idea it was for someone.
Yeah.
Isn't Erlang named after the part designer as well?
Erlanger brick.
Not a fan, but a designer at Lego.
Yeah, the washing machine headlight brick and everything. Yeah, Steve. And that makes me happy that you call it the Travis brick and that name carries on. But back in 2004, 5, or whatever, 6, that era, there was a guy named Travis Kuntz. Did I say that right? Kuntz is anyway. But he was just one of us Lego guys, and he built really cool spaceships. He used that 5-studded brick more than. I mean, he kind of used it to its fullest potential.
He had a tattoo of it.
Builds. Yeah, he had a tattoo of it on there, and he passed way too early, and so I'm glad that tradition has carried on. That even you've never met the guy, but
yeah, I thought Travis was like a technical term, like I had no idea.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it carried on through the community because a lot of us knew him because the community was really small back then. And so many of us called it the Travis brick after that I think it's one of those things that just became, part of Lego building. People kept calling it going forward. And so, I mean, in a way, it's a nice memorial for him because, that was his favorite piece and he used it a lot. So.
Yeah. And one of the things we try to do for our friend Tom, who was from that era and everything, Tom, probably 5 years ago, I think, passed away. I know that anniversary came up recently. So at the start of our show, you'll see an orange spaceman for Tom.
I thought that's why you had that's why you went with orange as your choice.
Well, it's also because I didn't have it, but anyway. But when I saw him, he was an immediate purchase and everything. But yes, our friend Tom McDonald, and I try to stay in contact with his wife and everything to make sure she's doing okay. But Tom was a radio broadcaster, and he was with us in the early days of Spacey Stuff. So we try to honor his memory. He's a good guy, by dedicating this show to him every time we do it. So,
Did you find
yeah.
any more news of note? Or did I distract you?
No. That was a important distraction. My son was in the Lego store today, and they had the model of the Artemis on display there. He said it was cool. There's some pictures of it. Hang on. Not his pictures, but there's pictures of the Artemis up here. I couldn't really tell from his pictures how big this thing is, but we can guess.
Oh,
but
it's big.
yeah, it is darned impressive with the gantry. I got a feeling there's tons of parts repeat, so that makes it a little cheaper for Lego to do. But this thing's darned impressive here.
Yeah, someone was saying, "Wow, the gantry looks like it repeats." I'm like, "Have you seen NASA engineers? It's all. I mean, it's just trusses. It's realistic. That's
question
what you
for
do
you
with the
guys.
truss."
What do you call the piece that makes up the fence? I'm just curious.
Which fence?
So like, go back to that that picture down at the bottom. Like
The taps?
no, go. Where's your cursor?
On the right
there?
hand side?
Go up.
The taps.
The light gray. Yeah, those pieces. What do you call those?
Taps.
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 Taps, faucets.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I call them faucets.
Yeah,
That's all.
faucets is more of a Midwestern take on it. That's what I would call it. Tap is more British to me, but either one works.
Tap.
Or Canadian.
Tap is just shorter. It's less things I have to say. Do we think is that
In Australia, they're called a
orange?
tappery-doo.
A what?
In Australia, they're called a tappery-doo.
The coloring on this, I'm guessing this is dark orange and regular orange, unless
Yeah.
the
It
new
looks
Oh.
dark orange to me.
It's dark orange. It might be the reddish orange though. That's for
Yeah,
that
it could be
lighter
that new
stripe.
color.
It's hard to tell.
Are those pipes the new red?
That's
I don't know.
it's not out yet,
Or
is
that's
it?
just normal standard red.
It almost looks like a dark red, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It could be the
Hang on.
lighting.
Is the Artemis
I mean-
set out yet?
No, or is it?
No, I don't think so. But Jake said they had it on display and built
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
Lego
asking.
store local.
How do you guys feel about this entire year being dedicated to space? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it.
I mean, we asked for
Back
space,
then-
and dang, they've just been cranking out space sets left, right, and center.
Maybe they're just cranking out so much so we get sick of it, so they never have to hear it from us again. You want space?
like-
We'll give you space.
It's like that episode of MASH where the dog was getting drunk. So then Father McCahey over gave it alcohol so then it wouldn't have any anymore. So that's what they're doing to us. They're throwing space at us all the time, so we'll not like.
Yeah, the weird
Uh,
thing is the best space sets are in the Friends line.
I'm not surprised. Friends is killing it. Did you see the most recent Friends designs that were released?
They're always really good.
They have like a castle thing now that is absolutely epic.
The bed and breakfast.
So I don't know the name of this set, but essentially, it looks like a Tudor mansion kind of.
Yeah,
Right.
it was a bed and breakfast set, I think.
God, the thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, and I built the moon base or whatever, the little space base from Friends and everything. And I'm like, if they would put this much love into regular system sets and detail and playability and things like that, I think they would be killing it. But I don't. They're not. They're not.
They slowly are. They're mixing the streams like they said they would. I think it was 2 years ago they announced that the designers were going to start cross-pollinating more.
Yeah.
Because you are. I mean, I am seeing more friendly colors in the. Sorry, I had an itch.
Well, like the little $30 little additional space little thing for the city town space or whatever was pretty good. It had a lot of doodads in the middle of it. It reminded me of that, but This seems to just have a lot more love and care and story building in that. What was that?
That's the new $15 or $10 little space creator set that comes with the weird colored alien characters.
Ah,
So I picked one up when I was at the Lego store last weekend, and this is what they're doing: black air tanks on a white figure. I guess
so-
our white air tanks were in the shop. I don't know. But how about the fact we haven't talked about the new gift of purchase that should come out, I think, tomorrow, what I heard, which was the Classic Space Diner.
What?
The
I never
the
heard
Classic
of
Space
this.
Diner that comes with an orange and a white Classic Space fig with no air tanks.
No air
News to me.
tanks.
Yeah, that was on the news last week.
Do you have a quick? Let's see who's got that story.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll pull it. It's on.
All right.
It's on the Brick Fan. For sure.
The Brick Fan was doing the thing where I couldn't hit the older post.
Oh
button.
yeah. Okay, I can get them. I know how to beat that issue.
They're
A
stupid.
space diner, huh?
Yeah,
We-
and it's
you know
got
what they
orange.
say? You know what they say about the best restaurant on the moon?
It serves cheese.
No, it has
Great
great
atmosphere.
food, but great food, but
It's
no
great, there's
atmosphere.
no
Yeah.
atmosphere.
All right, I did not know that one. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the pictures. I'm going through all the
Gotcha.
friend sets, all the city sets, because they reposted everything last week. Oh, there it is. Do you want me to just send you the link, or do you want me to share it?
Just share it or whatever you want to do.
All right.
What's this? Okay. To each his own. I thought they were pretty neat. Although the plastic glass parts in that, for me, the friend set were scratched all to you know what. Let's see. Here we go. Here it is, Moto.
Whoa.
And then it's got, but yeah, no air tanks shown at all.
Well, they're indoors. They're in the diner, so
I guess,
why would they?
but there's no air tank. Please check your air tank in here sign or something. And technically, right now they're outside because there's a sign there.
That's right.
But
It's all.
yeah, at
forced.
least the orange figure is finally coming in a set. Although, Chris, that set you got, that someone gave you from that conference, did that have the orange figure in it too?
Nope, it has the purple figure in it.
Oh, purple figure. Yeah, okay.
And it is the only purple figure that actually is
Yeah.
put together all the way by Lego itself and everything. So,
But,
Moto, I don't know if you saw pictures about, I guess it's been about 6 months ago. There was an internal creative build set for the company internally that
Mhm.
had Classic Space guys in it. And
Oh, really?
I was able to procure one, or somebody gave me one.
Yeah, I've never really heard of purple, so you're lucky.
Well, you don't know about Purple Spaceman?
you could build one with the collectible minifig series Alien that came out because he had a purple torso.
Well, you have to
And then-
kit bash it. No, I'd never heard
Yeah, you
of
had to kit bash
purple space
Hold,
person
please.
being completely released as
okay.
intended. Because I know you can kit bash one. I've just never seen it in a set before.
That being said, light gray, I'm just saying they haven't actually put in an official light gray one figure either, because the air tanks has never been available in light gray.
Oh, I love that DS-23. That's what I would like. Oh, and they've got a red. Is that a red? That's not a baby. What the heck did they do to that poor?
It's curved because of my camera and everything. It's,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
regular figure, but it has a purple guy in it that he is all together. So this was an internal.
Yeah, they brought back that
creative-
vintagey robots and everything. That's really cool.
Yep.
Who knew that the purple guy was actually the DJ in space?
That's right.
Everett?
He is. Sick beats are his passion, not like the astronaut or the scientist or whatever. So
Well, there's no sound, but it's got a great laser show from what I'm seeing.
It's a real rager.
right. Let's see. Hang on. Hello, Bricks on Insta just posted today that Diner
Polybags.
Polybags. Oh,
Yeah, I mean I'm surprised. I thought they'd be done rolling space, but they keep rolling more and more space sets out. This year has been insane for space.
And they've had the past week, they've had some advertisements where they're going through, like Legos on Instagram has been doing a lot of the classic space ships, and I guess it's a lead in for the figures, the collectible fig series. But I'm like, they keep on coming back to to all those old sets again and again and again. They did it a couple of weeks ago as well, right? Like, I don't know. I guess they finally have realized that space is something that is good.
maybe. There was even a little video of some kids. They were like putting some classic space sets in front of some kids and filming them playing with it. And the kids were having a blast. I'm like, come on.
Do you think it's timed for the Artemis mission launches? Is that why they're doing it now? I mean, why do it now?
Yes, and which sets were they having a blast with? The Robot Command Center base set.
Well, they are dumb kids, but
Oh,
Chris, I just threw the promo up that Hello
just mean.
had. So
there you go. I got
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got you.
but it says now available, so he's obviously on the other, like in another part of the country, part of the world. But yeah,
Although
I heard that they were,
I've seen the polybags before.
yeah, I'd heard that they were supposed to come up this starting tonight. So the question is what the price point will be, right?
Yeah. Was
I've heard-
the price point for the diner, is it 100? Is that what the price point is?
it hasn't been said.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping it's that low because I'd like to order 2 or 3. Like I've been holding back on ordering to get some good sets, and that to me is a good one. But
Geez,
Yeah.
I wish I could get I wish I could get points off of Bricklink orders for GWPs. I'd be set.
For real.
yeah,
For real,
No,
right?
I mean, like I had to order 2 quarts of 1x2 plates just for all the stuff that thing chewed up. It's just it's the silly things.
No, geez.
So it's
I
all
agree,
Bricklink
Myrtle.
these
I
days.
agree.
Yeah, you have those. Although you can tell I want to build space. I'd rather not. I'd rather have the cat mask done so I could build space, but it's not to be.
All right.
$100 threshold on Space Diner GWP or $20 cashback.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it is past the hour, and since I'm probably the furthest east, am I? Wait a minute.
You are.
I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's for sure.
It's getting late. So thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope we'll see you on next Monday's show. We're not doing Thursdays for a little while until life settles down for all of us, and maybe midsummer or after summer we'll get back to doing our Thursday show as well. So thanks for hanging out with us. Be awesome, build awesome, and be kind to your neighbor. Good night, everybody.